While the ancient Ethiopians revere their wild coffee, they cannot keep it to themselves. It is only a matter of time until traders bring beans to the Arabian port of Mocha. From there, the Arabs begin the first known cultivation of coffee in the nearby mountains of Yemen.
The name coffee probably comes not from Ethiopia, but from Yemen. Coffee cultivation went across the Red Sea, and so the Arabs began to grow it in Yemen.
Coffee is often consumed alongside or instead of breakfast by many at home. It is also typically served after a meal, often with an after-dinner mint in a restaurant or dinner party. Aggressively promoted by the Pan American Coffee Bureau, the coffee break was first promoted in 1952. Hitherto unknown in the workplace, its uptake was facilitated by the recent popularity of both instant coffee and vending machines, and has become an institution of the American workplace. The international coffeehouse chain Starbucks began as a modest business roasting and selling quality coffee beans in Seattle in 1971 by 3 college students. The first store opened on March 30th, 1971, followed by a second and third over the next 2 years. The company's name graces 16,600 stores in over 40 countries worldwide. Coffee was initially used for spiritual reasons. At least 1,000 years ago, traders brought coffee from across the Red Sea into Arabia, modern-day Yemen, where Muslim monks began cultivating the shrub in their gardens. At first, the Arabians made wine from the pulp of the fermented coffee berries. This beverage was known as kishir and was used during religious ceremonies. Coffee ingestion on average is about a third of that of tap water in North America and Europe. Worldwide, 6.7 metric tons of coffee were produced annually in 1998 to 2000. Brazil remains the largest coffee exporting nation, but Vietnam tripled its exports between 1995 and 1999 and became a major producer of Robusta beans. Indonesia is the third largest exporter and the largest producer of washed Arabica coffee. Coffee is the world's second largest commodity to oil. It is enjoyed all over the world for its flavor and stimulating effects. Coffee grows best between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, or what is known as the Coffee Belt. This creates 3 distinct growing regions: Latin America, Africa, and Asia, Indonesia. Coffee beans are actually the seeds of coffee cherries. These are made up of layers including the skin, fruit, silver skin, parchment, and pulp. Removing the bean can be done in one of 2 methods: the wet method and the dry method. The wet method requires the use of machines to remove the bulk of the cherry from the bean. The dry method uses the power of the sun to dry the outer layer of the cherry until the moisture content has fallen to 11%. After either method, the cherries are placed in a fermentation tank. After the natural enzymes loosen the outer layers, the beans are removed and sorted by size and density. In order to release the beans' full flavor potential, they must be roasted. After about 8 minutes, the beans pop like popcorn and double in size. A second pop after the bean turns brown signals that the bean is fully roasted. Coffee roasting times vary on the desired taste of the finished product. Coffees for the typical American mass market are roasted for about 7 minutes. Now that the coffee is ready to be browned, brewed, and consumed, how will you take your coffee?